Hello Raiders, this is Ezra and welcome to my Bastion. It is October the 16th, 2022 and it is the Summon Rush event, Champion Chase tournament for the Miranix Fusion. Now, the good news here is compared to many of the other tournaments and events for the Fusion, this event is relatively reasonable in terms of point totals. So once the screen draws, we'll go drill down and look at that real fast. And now clicking into the Champion Chase tournament, we see that you need to get 2,500 points to get the rare, which compared to some of the very high point totals for other events isn't so bad. You'll also notice I'm going to flip over to my Fusion Planner for just a moment, that I have to do this tournament because I'm not doing the champion training events essentially for being ridiculous point totals, and then also the Dungeon Divers events just to make it easy for me. So this is another way that I could do the events and use the resources I have and make sure that I get the Fusion without breaking the bank or sitting in seat 10,000 hours a day just refilling energy. The last thing to look at before we get to pools is my Mercy System counter and the champions that I'm looking for from this event. So let me click over that real fast. And here we are for my Mercy System counters. It has been 60 ancient shards since I got a legendary last. I'm really only hoping to have to pull about another 60 or 75 shards for this, so don't expect to be in the Mercy System, but if I have to get there, I have the gems to do so. As well as then looking at the champions that I want. There are a lot of non-void champions. I've been making a big push into Arena of late just to work on my Ramontu missions. So, a Mortu would be awesome, a Withier, both of those are good Arena champions. Or a Lysandra, or the Jasea would all be really good. Draco, of course, is good for the clan boss team or anyone else that I don't have. But there's a wide variety of champions I want here that would help me in many aspects of my account, and I'm hoping to get, beat the odds and get at least one. So let me get back to the client, and then we'll get to doing some pulls. And here we are back in the summoning portal. I'll have to take a fair number of breaks to free up space, but I won't make you all watch that. So I guess I'm going to get started with my first set of 10 pulls. And so here we go. Let's see how I do. It would be awesome to beat the odds right off the bat and see how things are. Wow, super responsive. Quick pulls. Masamoto might actually be new to me, but this is pretty much just a food pool. We'll get into the second 10 pull and hopefully get someone else good. Second 10 pull, here we go. Starting off with an epic, not a lot of help, but at least we're doing good for points. Wow, this is a really, really good pull overall. If my account wasn't quite so advanced, I'd be really super happy with this. But really, these are still mostly food. Gonna go into my third 10 pull, and here we go. Starting off with an epic is really awesome. A second and third epic on fourth epic, fifth epic in the same 10 pull. Broodlord is really interesting. I certainly know I have not built him. I don't think he's new to the account, but he could be good for my faction guardians. I need to go make a little bit of space, but I will be right back and we'll see how we are doing. So I cleaned up a bunch of space and thought, let's go look and see how I'm doing in the tournament itself. So we'll give the screen a second to draw, and then click into Champion Chase. And again, it'll take a second to draw. I've done much better than expected. I think the huge load of epic champions I had pushed my point totals up more than I expected here so far. So I'm something north of 3,500 points. We'll see exactly where I get to once I get the data to my client. Here we go. So I'm at 3,200. Maybe this is 3,000. I'm going to pull a few more 10 pulls just to try to get the last legendary book. So basically I need 2,300 more points, which could be as few as 2 more 10 pulls. So I'm going to go back and make an effort at doing that, partly for the entertainment value and partly for the points. Hopefully I will get someone who's quite good and will help make my account better. So here we go. Come on, lots and lots of epics or an awesome legendary. Here we go. Starting off with an Old Hermit Yorg and a Venom Mage, also quite good, probably on my near-term build list. But other than that, not a whole lot of help. That was 580 points out of about the 2,000 I need, so maybe a quarter of the way there. Let's get into the second 10 pull, and here we go. Let's go for another awesome pull. Not starting out so awesome, looking like a rare attacks. Please don't be rare attacks. And that's where it is. So now 680 points. And I will fire my third 10 pull into there. Again, not a whole lot of awesome shards. I must have used my good luck early in the pulling session. I'm at about another 1,000 or 1,200 points. So maybe I'm hoping one more 10 pull. Let me go make a little bit of space and I'll be right back. And here we are, Raiders, back in the summoning portal. I have pulled 60 shards so far. Well, early on I got a lot of epics and got good points for the tournament. I haven't really gotten anything that is game changing for my account, so I'm going to pull 20 more and see how I do, and I think that should take me into the range of getting the last legendary book. So here we go with the last two, and we'll see how I do. This would be the 7th 10 pull, so 70 shards. Come on, give me something good. Oh, there we go. Trueth, interesting. He is certainly new for me. I'm relatively sure I do not have him. Also, not even super certain what he does right there. Dark Elf, hit point based legendary. Heal on A1 could be interesting. Oh, is a Veil champion with a counterattack for himself. And then again, heal. So I have an interesting plan for a Hydra heal champion to counteract the hit point loss that some of the heads give. So this could be super cool, and then count reduces for Animus Fusion. Interesting. So, happy I have this. Not necessarily someone I would have put high on my list, but super, super cool that I got a legendary. And I will build him, I think, before too long. Let me go back and look at my tournament standings and see how I have to do. I still may need to pull another 10 shards, depending on how close I am to the last legendary book. So let's let the screen draw and we'll see how I'm going to do. And now clicking into the champion chase. I should be super, super close. Let's see how it does. And here we go, looking now at my point totals. Come on, let's draw real fast. I am at, how many points is it? It is 5,098 points. So I'm just over 400 points away. I will go do the last 10 pull to see how I do. If I get super lucky, maybe I can beat the odds again. And here we go. This will be my, let's see, 8th 10 pull for 80 shards. Maybe a few more than I expected going in, but still I got good results so far. I'm not going to complain. Oh, please don't be a rare tax. All right, 2 epics. And there we go. I have now enough points to get the last book. Well, these are still mostly food. Happy to have them. Happy I got a new legendary. Hopefully y'all's pulls went at least as good as mine. I think I got better than expected point returns, as well as a new champion to build and play with. This is Ezron signing out. Thank you much for watching the channel. We'll talk to you soon.